How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Conti and Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The first time they go offense, they take Jordan Love? They take Jordan Love!
Listen, Matisse Thybulle will lock up
Matisse
CP3.
Oh my god.
Chris Paul.
Oh my god.
Chris Paul, baby. Right, Will?
Nope, I totally disagree.
We've known this for a while now, but ladies and gentlemen, Cam Newton's out. Mac Jones is the starter of the New England Patriots.
He's QB1.
Holy moly, he is. Yep, QB1. Not Cam Newton with the jersey number on his back.
N'Keal Harry's number now.
N'Keal Harry is number one now. God help us all. But, I mean, if by this intro you don't know what we're talking about, then...
Exactly.
Yeah, so welcome back to episode 19, everybody.
In case you missed it, welcome back to episode 19 of Conti and Nick, live from Bridgewater State University now. We've switched it up. We're in a dorm room now, and the mic is in a different spot. It's cool, though. I like it. It's good.
You know, I'm really excited. I mean, I had a hard time finding my way here. I was like, Will, where's this parking lot? So I parked in a parking lot that's about like a 10-minute walk away because I'm just like, fuck it, I'm parking there. So, hey, we made it. We're here, and I'm excited. I'm very excited to talk about this because I may seem like a traitor because if you listen and you tuned in weekly, you know how much I love Cam Newton.
Big Cam Newton
Okay,
guy.
I am a huge Cam Newton guy. And you may be surprised by what I'm going to say today or what I said a couple weeks ago when we talked about who should be the starter.
Yeah, it's
and now that it's confirmed, I feel as though we need to talk about it just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And just know that I am a fan of Cam Newton regardless. He is one of my top 5 favorite players ever. I'm just going to say that once so nobody has to be like, oh my God,
yeah.
You know.
He should have a job somewhere else, right? Whether it's with Dallas,
he should have a backup.
Houston.
There's no way that there are 64 quarterbacks better than him.
No, I don't think so.
So Cam Newton definitely, I think, should go to Washington, and there have been or something to be with Ron Rivera, and he definitely has had some rumblings about Dallas too. I mean, almost a similar play style to Dak Prescott, almost in terms of mobility. Dak obviously is a better thrower, but Cam Newton's a free agent as of right now, and who knows what will change in the coming weeks. He'll have to be definitely caught up to speed, but oh baby, I'm here to talk about Mac Jones.
I'm excited about Mac Jones.
Well, I want to hear your take about this first.
Real quick before we get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to all of the guys on the bench. Unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot in the Discord that we're all in the group chat. A lot of the guys can't do the show right now because of college. I just want to express my gratitude to you, Gino Conti, for being able to come to Bridgewater so we could still do the show.
Of course,
I feel so bad for all the guys out there right now that can't do the show because of school and time schedules and all that stuff. But I know all you guys are going to be back, and I've listened to a lot of your shows. They're all really good. So shout out to you guys, and also thank you, Gino, for being here. It's awesome.
Thank you for bringing your stuff up and kissing ass. but hey, no, seriously. Yeah, everyone who isn't able to do their show, that really does suck. And I personally am not going to college this semester. Yeah. I don't know if I told anyone that. I'll be back in the spring. But hey, hopefully everybody can get back on the air ASAP. Yeah. And this is my passion, man. I love doing this shit.
All you guys will be back. But Mac Jones. So if you don't know what we're talking about at this point, I mean it's obvious. Mac Jones is officially the QB1 in New England. Cam Newton got released, and in the last episode we were talking about it. I was at fault for saying Cam is going to be the starter. It's Cam's time. Like maybe Mac comes halfway through, and I also said that I don't like starting the rookie quarterback, but dude, I mean look. And I've changed up on this for sure. Because my thing is, okay, Bill Belichick sees, and everyone in the building has said, Mac is the better quarterback, right? Like, he's the guy.
Absolutely. And the thing, real quick, talking about Cam Newton for 2 seconds, I think it's kind of sad that when we went into camp at day one, it was pretty obvious that it was a dead-even battle.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, like I said, I love Cam. 2015 Cam is one of my favorite versions of any player ever.
Same.
Okay, but I look at it and just, what a fall from grace. What a fall from grace that just happened. I mean, there's a rookie that came in after less than 5 months, actually, learned the playbook, pretty much on day one, was dead even with you, and then as the months and the weeks and months went on, he propelled himself to that starting job.
Really quick, did you see the report? I don't know if this came out today, but I saw it today with him and his girlfriend.
Oh, what, they're practicing plays or
in the yard.
Yeah,
I love that. I don't know why.
I saw that and I was just like, this man is dedicated to his craft. Like,
yeah.
That is crazy to me.
That is insane.
And
you gotta have nothing
shout
but
out to that
respect for
girlfriend for putting up with that too, because not a lot of girlfriends are willing to put up with that.
Dude, did your family ever do that with boys? Sorry, I know we're going off track, but this is really fun. My brother Brady and my dad went back when Brady played running back. They would, in the middle of the night, go out to the backyard and they'd go through every play in the playbook that Brady would run.
Unfortunately,
Mr. Conti. No, that stuff's awesome though, because that reminded me of that. But,
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm big on Cam QB1. I'll just get it out of the way now. Like, I know I was saying Cam is gonna be starter. Cam is gonna be a starter. But all this, it's Cam's team. The fact that Bill, and he's chosen 2 quarterbacks in his career, Tom Brady and now Mac Jones. He's chosen 2, and the fact that he's going out there and starting a rookie quarterback, which he's almost never done. Started week 1 a rookie quarterback he's actually never done before.
I mean, obviously because Brady was there, but
obviously, but it's a big step. You know what I mean?
It's a huge step.
To go.
I was
this
shocked.
is the future.
Listen, when I saw that Cam Newton was released, I was shocked. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised, say, if Mac Jones won the starting job.
Yes.
And then it just so happened to be that Cam Newton was backing him up. That's what I thought would happen if Mac were to get the starting job. But guess what? That didn't happen. Yeah. In the middle of work, I was in the middle of my workday. All of a sudden, my phone was going off in that sports group chat. Oh my God, Cam got released.
Yeah.
I was like, what? No way. And my first initial thought was no way. But then my second initial thought was, oh my God, Brian Hoyer's the backup. Oh my Jesus
And then we
Christ.
cut him, and then we put Stidham on the PUP.
And you know what? Like, I don't hate Stidham being the backup, but whatever. I'm going to tell you this right now. I wanted Mac Jones to start week 1. There are certain things you see. You know, when a rookie goes off and has these amazing plays, okay, like these plays that are just like, oh my God, for the highlight reel, they get figured out after a while. Okay, Mac Jones' play style is that of such a smart football player that he's able to read defenses, read offensive playbooks, offensive schemes, read coverages, and tell, oh, this guy's the mic. Every quarterback should do that, but you catch my drift. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So Mac Jones has such a smart play style of football that he is just able, he is one of the quarterbacks that last. You know, his play style lasts in the league. Guys like Matthew Stafford, with their arms, they'll wow you. Okay, but his smarts and his IQ, and that's why Kirk Cousins guys like him are still in the league. Mm-hmm. Because, he's not going to wow you with his athleticism. He won't wow you with his arm. But he's steady, he's solid, and on his best days, he'll look elite. Okay? Exactly. On his best days, he'll look elite. And on his worst days, he'll look average. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got nothing worse from average from this guy. These are the guys that last. Yeah. Okay?
Drew Brees says today, he's in media now that he's retired.
Yeah, NBC.
His first bold take was he's a steal of the draft. Yeah. Right when we see it, steal the draft. He's the guy in the best situation possible.
Absolutely. And you know what? One thing that immediately stands out to me. I've said it once, I'll say it many a times till I'm blue in the face, until everyone finally understands I'm right. Okay? The most important position or positions in football is not the quarterback. It is the offensive line.
Okay, that works.
It is the offensive line. And when Cam Newton was the starting quarterback for the Patriots last year, they had to play a zone scheme, a zone blocking scheme, and that was not their strength.
It's not the way that Josh or Bill likes to play. It was a different play style.
Exactly. Their play, like the zone blocking play style, that's obviously like a Lamar Jackson, a Kyler Murray, just like a Russell Wilson, a mobile quarterback style. And they didn't bring anybody in besides Owenu, who was a rookie, to fit that style of play. Okay, so I wouldn't say they struggled because the run game was still good. They put up with it. They did what they had to do. But now they're going to be fully 100% in their element. And that, I cannot tell you how huge that is.
It's big.
Okay, I can't tell you how huge that is. And I'm telling you something. I knew something was up when we signed both Hunter Henry and Juwannu Smith. Because what's the best friend of a rookie quarterback?
Tight ends.
The tight ends.
It's how it was with Brady as a rookie.
Yeah. And we signed 2 premier tight ends. Okay, and when Cam Newton was the starter, I mean, yeah, you finally have two guys to throw it to. But last year, Asiasi and Dalton Keene, the two guys who were mostly our tight ends, he was ignoring. He was ignoring those checkdowns.
Yeah.
So I kind of got the spark. Maybe something was up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, well, we haven't drafted no one yet.
This is what we heard too, right when those big tight ends got picked up, and you get guys like Nelson Aguilar, like Burners.
Yeah.
You get Kendrick Bourne, very good route runner, and you have these guys, and people are going, oh. They're going for 2015 camp. This is the situation. When you really look at it, like, what quarterback wouldn't want to play in a system like this? You know what I mean? Where you have these big-time tight ends. They both can make big catches. They're both great yards after catch. You got these receivers who, granted, like Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne aren't perfect.
He's going to get 1,300 yards.
According to Gino, he's going to get 1,300 yards. But that you have these guys who aren't perfect, but it's a good scheme. It's a good system. It's a Josh McDaniels offense. It's a Bill Belichick coach team. This is a good situation for anyone, especially a rookie quarterback who throws the ball accurately, who reads defenses. It's the perfect situation for a quarterback like Mac Jones. And I've started to see this more because I was all like Cam. This is Cam's team, but this is really a good team for I think any quarterback to step into. And Mac has shown that when he goes in there, he takes leadership and he kind of owns, like, okay, I'm the guy. There was a report that came out in practice where there was a miscue on the offensive line, something like that, along the lines where the offensive lineman had to take a lap, and Mac just, no question.
He joined him.
All right, so you heard that too.
Yeah,
right,
he
good.
joined him.
Glad that wasn't a fever dream. I was like pretty sure that was true, but I forgot the reporter. But he joins him with a lap, and that's leadership. That's like no questions asked, do what you got to do. And Bill loves players like that, and I think New England loves players like that too.
Oh my God!
Everyone welcomed him, even in the game when he's running out onto the field. People are going crazy. We've never seen the kid play.
I'll tell you, when I went to the Pats training camp, okay, this was when Cam Newton was still there, and this is when Cam Newton was still their guy, according to Bill Belichick. And when Mac Jones touched the field, like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Cam Newton, cool," Because then no one really got to see him really last year because of the COVID and the empty arenas and everything. So everyone was like, "Oh hey, Cam," but then Mac stepped onto the field, and then everyone was like, "Holy crap, this is Mac Jones.
Yep.
This is our guy.
This is the kid.
This is our guy." And you know what? I'm so happy. I'm telling you right now. I just know this offense is going to flow so much better. I told you a couple weeks ago about the story how they were doing the 2-minute drills, right?
Yes.
They were doing the 2-minute drills.
And they sent Mac back, right?
Yeah, and it was, and I'll repeat the story because I think it's worth mentioning again.
It's a good one.
So they were doing the 2-minute drills. Cam Newton was with the ones. Mac Jones was with the twos. Okay, and they were going against like the ones and twos on defense as well. That 2-minute drill, I would know. I coach. Is meant for one drive, like doing it one time and then kind of just ending practice on the high note. Mac Jones got his team down the field so fast that Bill said, go do it again. And like I said, the drill is not intended for you to be like, go do it again.
Exactly.
And then he did it again. Yeah. And Cam Newton, before or after Mac Jones did it twice, Cam Newton was still on the 25-yard line of his own side of the field.
Yeah.
And that to me, and McDaniels and Belichick were giving him high fives and showing him praise. That to me was the turning point.
Yes. I was high on Mac when we drafted him, and
I saw the video.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's up on our Instagram. You should check it out. It's great. At Conti and Nich on all socials. But we were very excited when Mac happened. And, I was one of the people saying, too, I'm scared to play rookie quarterbacks. And that's less because of Mac, and that's more of, all right, look at the track record, right? The only rookie quarterbacks who have been, like, really, or who have turned out something when they start immediately, like, I'm just spitballing off the top of my head. Like, Kyler Murray was, like, okay. Lamar didn't even play well. He kind of lost in that playoff game his rookie year. Overall,
because they forced him to throw the ball, which is a prerequisite of a quarterback.
Well, also,
God forbid they make a quarterback
throw. He had to get in the system too. All right, we'll get into Lamar another day.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But
we'll have Brady Nick for that.
He will have Brady for that one. But you see, these rookie quarterbacks who fail. So Sam Darnold, okay, that's the other big one I was thinking of. You see this rookie quarterbacks. He was
thrown into an awful situation.
Exactly, and that, that's the price of being a high pick, right? Is you get in these awful situations, and that's why I don't like the whole start the rookie right away. It's why I respect what the 49ers are doing right now. Due to I know how you feel about Trey Lance, but what the 49ers are doing right now, keeping him in the system for a year without playing him, I like that. I like not playing these guys. I don't even necessarily hate what the Bears are doing. I think the Bears. I think it's a little different. I think Justin Fields should probably start for this team. I think he's the best option. But I don't mind the rookie sit, right? I don't mind it. And that's why initially I was like, oh, don't throw Mac into the fire. But if Bill Belichick can say, hey, he's ready, everyone in the building has said he's ready to go. He's been the best guy since day one. He gives him the best shot to win. I'm in on it now, right? I trust it.
Well, listen, real quick on that Trey Lance, okay? I just wanted to say, remember the episode where we had Brady and D'Lo? Mm-hmm. You were the only one in support of Trey Lance.
I feel like I still am the only one in support of Trey Lance.
Doesn't that tell you something?
There's a lot to like about Trey Lance. All right, look. And everyone, all right,
there's a lot to like for Will about.
we're not gonna overreact to preseason, okay? If you guys saw the TikTok, you pretty much got a rough estimate of how we feel about Trey Lance.
How Will feels about Trey Lance.
Or the dislike that Gino has for Trey Lance, I should say. There's a lot to like about him. Mobile, big arm.
He's a likable guy.
He's a likable guy.
I'll give him that. He is a likable guy.
He's a likable guy. He says all the right things, right? He struggled in the preseason. He needs a year. He played at North Dakota State. The talent is there. He has to develop, right? That's my thing with Trey Lance.
Okay.
There's a lot to like about him.
Okay.
And when he wins the MVP one day.
Oh man. I might have to drive home. But anyways, let's not get too off track here.
Yeah.
We can talk about Mac Jones, all right? Mac Jones, to me, and I actually completely agree with you, which isn't very often.
I know,
here.
right?
I am. You know me. We've known each other long enough. I'm usually here saying, please sit the rookie and give the veteran time. Yes. Or give the veteran time. Give the rookie time and let the veteran
You see
play.
the story too much.
Yeah.
You see it way too much.
Yeah, exactly. I'm usually all for that. Like 100% no questions asked. It obviously worked with Aaron Rodgers when Favre was starting. That's a little bit back. But
Pat
still.
Mahomes.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes and Alex Smith.
Yeah.
You know, like, still. But I'm usually all for that. But I saw Mac Jones, and listen, I'm not telling you that he played like Patrick Mahomes. I'm not telling you he made these out-of-these-world plays. But everything he did was the right thing.
He did the right thing.
You know, he did the right thing, and he looked like a pro while doing it. And obviously, that's what he was advertised as. But still, it's what exactly.
It's different. You need to see it. You need to see it in person.
And I held my judgment. I didn't say anything about Mac, and I was just like, oh, okay, like we'll see. You know, we'll see. And then this preseason came, and like I said, it is preseason, but it came, and we were like, holy moly, this kid is legit.
Not only in practice too.
Yeah,
Everyone in that building, from what I've heard, has said Mac is the guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is the guy.
And you know what? I think about it more and more. I don't think Cam really, in terms of on the field stuff, like off the field, how to handle yourself as a pro, which I think he already kind of knows.
I've already said this is my favorite version of Cam Newton. The way he handled himself, I wish we saw this his entire career.
Absolutely. So in terms of just being off the field and whatnot, I think Cam could have helped Mac. But on the field, like in terms of just play, those two have just a complete contrast of styles.
Yes.
I really don't know, the more I think about it, how much Cam really would have provided Mac in terms of like a backup mentor role. And you know what? I know what I said earlier, like, oh man, Hoyer's our starter. But Hoyer actually is the perfect guy to back up Mac Jones.
I think so.
For
maybe not the perfect guy, but the perfect guy for the situation that we're in.
Well, I was just think about it. Well,
Kirk Cousins would be the best backup.
Well, no, I really do think that in terms of a backup for Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer is the best. And I'm not joking when I say that, because Brian Hoyer's been in the system for a long time now. Yeah. He knows how to handle Bill, or he knows how to like decipher what Bill Belichick says. He knows all of this stuff about like just the ins and outs of like the facility, like how to get along with people, or when Bill Belichick says this, what Bill really means. Yeah. Like that's a guy who is perfect.
It seems like Mac had all that stuff down too.
Yeah,
it seems like he naturally just fell into it.
Yes.
But I do agree with you. It's nice to have a guy like.
But yes, I know that like Mac handles himself like a pro, but you know what I mean. When
I get what you're saying.
I really do think as long as Brian Hoyer, God forbid, doesn't touch the field,
please,
please, anyone but Hoyer. But like, I really do think that is the perfect, the ideal scenario for Mac Jones is to have a guy like Brian Hoyer. I mean, unless Tom Brady's like, I want to be traded and back up Mac Jones, then you have the perfect.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of give a hot take and say that's not going to happen, but.
What?
The Mandalorian, what?
Shout out Chelsea.
Shout out Chelsea. Always shout out Chelsea. I have a quick question for you real quick. Yes. I want to put you on the spot a little bit here.
Okay.
So, everyone was like making the record predictions, and we even said the Patriots are like what was it, like a 10 and something team, 10 win team?
7.
Yeah, something like that, a 10 and 7, or
with Cam Newton.
Yes, with Cam Newton. Where do the Patriots land now? Are they more of a 12 and 5 team? Are they more of like an 11 and 6 team? Like, where do you see them?
11 and 6, 12 and 5.
Okay,
so
that's roughly where I put them.
Not much changes for me. And listen, you might be saying, well, then why didn't we start Cam Newton if you were in favor of that? Because what I'm saying is we know that now Mac Jones has time in the system. We now know that he knows it. And when he's able to display 11, 12 wins, hopefully, as a rookie, like, what else could you ask for the kid? Even if you make it to the wild card and you lose in the wild card, I think if Mac Jones, I wouldn't say balls out, but does what he needs to do, performs his job well, and executes his assignments to the best of his ability, I think that 12 and 5 would be much, much more impressive than Cam Newton throwing the ball to the ground and relying on defense in the run game 12 and 5. Do you know what
No,
I mean by
I
that?
totally get what you mean.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, and people have said this too about Cam Newton and the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
The staff didn't like how Cam repeated mistakes, right?
Yes.
It would lose them games. The fumbles, against Buffalo, and he fumbled, a good amount of times throughout the season too. That lost you games, right?
Yeah.
So now
we would have been 8-8 had we not fumbled against Buffalo.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously if Nick Folk made the field goal, but we're just assuming. But
Exactly. Here and look, the thing with Mac, why I think he brings us more wins, is because everyone has said about Mac Jones, he does not repeat mistakes. If he makes a mistake, he puts his head down. We've seen him frustrated on the field a couple of times.
That's okay.
No, it's fine. Yeah, that's competitiveness. That's what you like. But the thing is, what everyone said about Mac, which I've noticed too, he doesn't repeat mistakes.
He
learns. He doesn't repeat mistakes he did, and I think that's very, very big for the football team. Because now it's not like, okay, Cam's a big play type of guy who maybe doesn't have that many big plays, left in him as far as how his arm is, and that brings your football team down. Now you have Mac Jones, who okay, he'll make a mistake, but he's going to do his very best to not make it again.
There are going to be games where he looks like a rookie.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are games in the preseason he looks like a rookie.
And we're gassing him up like, oh my God, Mac. Yeah. But just so we make it clear, we know that there are going to be games where Mac Jones is like,
absolutely.
We're just like, Mac, what the hell was that?
Absolutely.
And please, I'm not comparing the two. But the only one that I can really compare it to, because in my lifetime I've only been alive for Brady and the very, very tail end of Bledsoe.
Yes.
There were games when Brady was like, oh man, what the hell was that?
His very first start. Yeah, it was rough.
There were games when Brady looked like a rookie. And you know what, too? I'm so happy because, you know what? I brought up the defense a little bit earlier. The defense is going to be a lot more well-rested. That's the thing. And you know what? The defense is going to be out there. Well, they were out there a lot with Cam because not only was like the interceptions and the 3-and-outs, the real quick 3-and-outs because he couldn't complete a pass. Yeah. Like there was no flow to the offense. The offense is going to flow a lot better with Mac Jones. Okay? And the defense was out there and they were like, what the hell? And we can't catch a breather here. Like, we just caught our breath and they're like, hey, you're back on. Cam just threw a pick. Yeah. Or, hey, you're back on. Cam just fumbled. That's not going to happen as much with Mac Jones.
I don't want to sound like every single guy in a New England bar, throwing back with his buddies and, just kind of throwing around ridiculous
Top
ideas.
25 all time.
Brady Nicholson. But this is, when you look at it, the roster, everything, this is the 2001 Patriots team. It is. You have a good defense. You have
great defense.
Great defense. You have a very, very deep running back core. You have a great offensive line. I'd argue probably top 5 in the league.
Who was that 4th-round pick that we got out of OU?
I don't remember, but I think that you predicted him. Wait. Oh, you're talking about the best back in preseason, Ramondre Stevenson?
No,
only?
No, not him.
I don't know.
No, it was Ramondre Stevenson. No, but I'm just talking. Please go ahead.
Deep running back core, right?
Yeah.
Love this running back core.
JJ Taylor plays well too.
JJ Taylor, yeah. This
shout out calling names.
Actually, dude, shout out my grandpa. He took him in fantasy. he's all in on JJ Taylor. Oh. we love that though. But this running back core, deep offensive line, who now doesn't have to deal with a scrambling quarterback anymore, and they kind of know it's like David Andrews has done this before, right?
Yeah. And you know what, David, and this is a really small, like low-key nitpick detail, but David Andrews, I don't know if you noticed, when he was with Tom Brady, he was just regular snapping. Do you know what a dead snap is? He was dead snapping with Cam Newton. And he didn't enjoy that. There were reports that came out. He was like, "Oh man, like I don't want to do that again."
Yeah.
You know, like a dead snap. For those who don't know, is pretty much when you snap the ball, you hold the ball from the tip, like the very point, and then you kind of just throw it back. You flick it back, and it's like a knuckleball. You know, it's like a knuckleball. And a usual, like a conventional snap that you usually see.
I never snap that way.
Yeah. A usual conventional snap that you see is just hand on the laces and just throw it back, and it's kind of like a spiral.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's something that I really think, obviously, along with getting the extension, is really going to be good for David Andrews.
Yes.
Okay, because he's
Is that how he likes to do it on the
yeah,
spiral?
he likes doing it on the spiral.
That's how
I don't know if you know.
Shout
I don't know.
out David.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, shout out Mac Jones, but I don't know if you know this, but that's what David Andrews was doing last year with the dead snap. And
He's just throwing the knuckleball.
Yeah, just throwing the knuckleball essentially, and he didn't like it.
Yeah.
So
I don't blame him. That sucks snapping that. And look, me and David Andrews are very different. Like, I snapped, like, in middle school.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, I understand how that could be super annoying. You don't got a good enough grip on it. But everything about this team, it just screams 2001 Patriots, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it, where we're going to win games with good defense, you know, taking what the other team does best, taking that away, playing good defense, you have a good offensive line, you have a dominant run game, and then you have a rookie not a rookie, obviously, but you have a first-time starting quarterback.
Well, he is a rookie.
Well, I'm more referring to, like, the 2001 Tom Brady.
Oh,
he was a rookie.
Yeah.
So, comparing the two, you have a first-time starting quarterback who is going to be clean. He's going to make mistakes, but for the most part, going to be a game manager, which, you know, people like to, you know, use that kind of degradingly. Like,
It's not degrading.
I don't think so at
Alex
all.
Smith has been in the league
Yes.
how long? And
Well, he's gone now.
Well, obviously he retired.
Yeah.
But look, like I said, and people like
It's not a bad
people
thing. I
like
agree
Mac
with you.
Jones, Alex Smith literally almost died. I'm not even trying to be morbid. He seriously
they did
almost
say
died
that,
and
yeah.
almost had to have his leg amputated.
Yeah.
And there was still a spot for him in the league.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's very, very, very rare that guys like Murray, that guys like Lamar Jackson. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, it's very rare that guys like Randall Cunningham, who was that mobile quarterback, kind of that run first guy, that they last. Michael Vick, short prime, amazing prime, was the talk of the town for a couple of years there.
Yeah.
But and obviously the dogfighting got
Talk
in
of
the
the
way.
country, dude.
Yeah, talking a country. But when he got back in the league, he was good on the Eagles, right? He was good.
To be fair,
but,
he did improve his game as far as the deep ball goes when he was on the Eagles.
Yeah, and he was a deep ball.
He
was
had
good.
to.
Yeah, he was
had
good
to.
with the deep ball, but he was never that Atlanta guy
Yeah.
once he came back. It's very, very rare that guys like Lamar Jackson, Trey Lance, Kyler Murray, and such last. Okay, I don't think that like I said, Tom Brady would still not be winning championships if the league really and truly went to mobile quarterbacks.
Yes.
Okay, guys like Pat Mahomes, yeah, they can move. Guys like Deshaun Watson, I understand with his situation. Yeah, they can move. But what's their first instinct? To throw.
Exactly.
And they run if they have to.
Yes.
Okay, like,
And those are the good ones. The run first guys are like, I love having guys like that in the league because I think it brings so much dynamic.
It's exciting.
And I think that Mahomes is going to be around for a while because Mahomes is for sure a pass first guy.
Yeah, I know,
who
absolutely.
is mobile, right? But the thing is, we all thought that quarterbacks are going to evolve into like every play is going to be like maybe
everyone would be Lamar
run
Jackson
first and then third. Yeah, but I like how football has stayed this way. I agree with you, but I do like having these mobile guys in the league.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I like it, but at what point in time do you sit here and do you realize, hey, this isn't working? You know, because what I'm telling you is, in this decade, Will, tell me a run-first quarterback besides Russell Wilson, who, as he has evolved, has become a pocket passer more, who can run. Tell me who, besides Russell Wilson, has won the Super Bowl who is a run-first quarterback.
There's really not any of them.
It's
I think
mostly,
Kyler will be
it's mostly dominated by Brady, okay? But you have Peyton Manning, you have Drew Brees,
Nick
you
Foles.
have
Won a Super Bowl.
You have Nick Foles, you have Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
You have guys like Eli Manning, right? You have mostly. I hate to say statues, but I mean, Brady, Manning.
I love Felger and Maz, right?
Yeah.
It's a funny show, but the way that they talk about mobile quarterbacks just grinds my gears. Dude. They're
Why?
like, it's cheap. Like it shouldn't be in the game. Like what is this? They've said that before.
Well,
It's
listen,
crazy.
I'm not trying to outlaw
No,
it.
I know. No, that I'm not taking it to that level, and I totally agree with you. Like there is a place in the league for people who can read defenses and pocket pass.
And you know
I
where that
think
place is?
The Super Bowl. Yes.
Holding up championships.
Yes.
So at what point does the league realize that it doesn't work? That's my
Pat
question.
Mahomes won it.
Yeah, well, but like I said, you
Yeah.
agreed with me. Pat Mahomes is a pass first guy.
Yes, that's true.
So and guys.
But how many quarterbacks in the league are truly run first? Like
I'd say Lamar Jackson. I'd say Kyler Murray.
No, I think Kyler is more of a pass first guy.
No, Kyler
I'd
Murray,
say
dude. I'm telling you, Kenyon Drake.
He's got a
Kenyon Drake
bullet
and
for an arm.
Yeah, he does. He has a big
He's
arm.
Russell Wilson.
Listen,
He's
no,
Russell Wilson.
he's not Russell Wilson.
He's so is Russell
Kyler
Wilson.
Murray is a run first quarterback.
No
I'm
way.
telling you right now, he is. Guys who have designed run plays most of the time for them, dude, like a simple halfback dive or a power or a counter or a slam, they don't get run all that often because it's a college style offense, and college style offenses are geared towards running the quarterback run first. So I mean that's Cliff Kingsbury is. Maybe if he gets a new coach, we'll see if he becomes more
We
of a
don't
pocket
even
passer.
know if Cliff is the right coach.
Screw Cliff Kingsbury. Okay.
Texas Tech 2.0.
I'll get to you later. But at what point do we
Texas
sit here?
Tech team.
Yeah, seriously. At what point do we sit here and do we realize that the guys who are smart, the guys who read the defense as well, guys like Tom Brady in that sense. I'm not comparing everyone to Brady, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
At what point do we realize that doesn't work? I mean, the mobile first quarterbacks don't really work. In terms, they work in terms of putting
You
up
say
good
mobile.
stats.
See, I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but mobile first is, I think, very, very, very rare. You know what I mean? I think mobile first is rare for quarterbacks.
dude,
right?
before
I
us-
think right now in the league, like Lamar Jackson, you say Kyler Murray. I disagree. I think Kyler's more of a pass.
And before
pass
Russell
first
Wilson
guy.
became a pocket passer,
Yes,
he was a run
that's
first.
true.
And
That's
and
true.
the only I wouldn't say the only reason.
Mobility
but that
is
game was
very
But
valuable.
that game was dominated by the
Yeah.
Legion of Boom. Okay,
That's fair.
That game
But
was dominated
listen,
by the Legion of Boom.
mobility in a quarterback. I don't want to say like, oh, you don't need it, because look, I don't think necessarily like it's a must, but having a mobile quarterback, that it brings a whole nother dynamic, right? Not
A
saying
whole other dynamic to lose in the first
no,
round
no,
of the
not
playoffs.
no, not a run first type guy, but a guy who's like Mahomes. Mahomes has plays where he can just take off and run because he's
Oh,
good,
so
right?
that I'm not arguing.
Yes,
with.
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying that like these guys like Brady. Like I'm not saying it has to be a statue, a pocket, strictly pocket guy. People who also have the ability to run, but it's not their first choice. That's valuable.
For lack of a better example, you'll laugh at that. I'm thinking, the way that Zach Wilson plays right now. All right, he or at least from what we've seen in the preseason, it's not. I won't say your ideal quarterback, right? But he's looking for pass first, and then he's a mobile guy. We saw a lot in the preseason. He was able to step up, make a lot of big throws. Granted, it is preseason, but I think guys like that are going to be the new type of quarterback that we're looking for. We thought it was going to be guys like Lamar Jackson. I disagree. I don't think it's going to be. But having a quarterback that's mobile, I think is valuable.
Yeah, I mean, and doesn't it sound so funny that guys like Lamar Jackson or guys like Kyler Murray, when you stack the box, I mean, look, that's what the Pats did against the Cardinals last year. What they did was they stacked the box and they said, here, go ahead, quarterback, throw the ball, I dare you. Throw the ball, quarterback. Oh my God. Doesn't that tell you something?
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you something?
Who did the Ravens lose to in the playoffs? I totally forgot.
They lost, did they lose to Cleveland? Or did they,
No,
they didn't lose to Tennessee.
They lost to
Did they lose to
Cleveland,
Buffalo? Did
Buffalo,
Yeah,
that's who they
lost
lost
to
to.
Buffalo. And that's what I'm saying, like,
A defensive first coach goes against
an offensive first coach. And I'm telling you, and I know we're not really, we've kind of veered away from Mac Jones.
Hey, it's all about the quarterback.
And I understand that, but like, what we're saying also like pertains to Mac. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
We're bringing this back to Mac, I promise.
I want your thoughts. I
Yes.
want your thoughts. So we're kind of, like I said, we're circling back here.
Yeah.
Don't mean to sound like Jen Psaki, but what do you think about Week 4 when Tom Brady comes to town?
I think that those tickets just
I've checked it. They're up like about $1,300
it's
for cheap
ridiculous.
seats.
You know, me and my mom wanted to see this game so bad, and we were gonna do like literally a family trip, and like go and like watch the game and like where we all go. And we saw the ticket prices and went, nope,
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
We're
but
done.
I am
I'm
very
doing
excited.
goodbye.
Yeah, no, exactly. I am very excited for that game, and it just got a whole lot better.
Yeah,
It just got a
I'm telling
whole
you,
lot
the
better.
storyline going into this game, the kid, the person who we compare to Tom Brady. Okay,
Going against Tom
maybe
Brady.
we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't because I think that's putting a lot of unnecessary unnecessary pressure on the kid. Okay, but I mean, when you ask him in interviews, who do you model your game after? He says Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He says every little mannerism, every little technique, every little component of skill, it goes towards Tom Brady. Okay, the kid who we compare to the greatest quarterback in the history of the Patriots and the NFL, okay, is going up against that guy who, for his first time since leaving, after over a year, is coming back to his home.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how Mac's going to perform.
I'm
that
very
I'll
excited
tell
for
you,
this game.
because there's going to be
This
lot
Tampa
of pressure.
defense is going to be insane.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even trying to be funny. Todd Bowles runs a Tampa 2. That's actually the name of a defense, and he just so happens to be the defensive coordinator for Tampa Bay. But he runs a Tampa 2, which takes away lots of the flats, lots of the short routes, lots
Where
of the check
Mac's going to like to look.
Yeah, where he likes to look. So
he's going to release the cannon, baby!
So this is going to be
And
something.
N'Keal Harry is going to drop it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dude, cut N'Keal Harry.
He wears number 1 now. What
If
do you
we
mean?
have to go into
That's his arc, dude.
if we have to go into week 1 with 52 guys on the roster, if it means getting rid of N'Keal Harry, please do it.
But that's N'Keal Harry's player arc, dude. It's he changes his number to number 1. He's gonna go off.
Nope.
No, that's
Well, you're wrong. well,
wrong.
well, dude, let me just tell you something though. I don't know how Mac's going to perform because along with taking away the short road, which is the purpose of a Tampa 2 or a cover 2 defense, there's going to be lots of pressure because that's what Todd Bowles loves to do. They drafted their first round pick linebacker, Joe Tryon. Okay, he's been really impressing in camp. I don't know if you've heard too much about him. I really, really liked him coming out of Washington. Jason Pierre-Paul, a Pro Bowler. Shaq Barrett, somebody who came out of nowhere and got the bag. Devin White.
Amazing front seven, right? And
great
that
front.
secondary.
Vita Vea is coming back.
Vita Vea.
And then
Dominican Sue, right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Ndamukong Suh. They have Devin White. They got Levante David.
Elite defense.
Sean Murphy Bunting, along with Whitehead.
Jamel
Dean.
Not only do they have that, they have a developing secondary. We saw the secondary really come together in the playoffs.
And you know what? I really saw something in Sean Murphy Bunting when it was his rookie year. I'm glad he finally lived up to that potential. Not only does it make me look good as a scout, but I really like what's his name? Freaking Sean Murphy Bunting.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. This is the only game of the season where I look at it and I'm like, I don't know.
You start to get excited for it.
I
get super excited for this
first
game.
of all, I'm hyped as all hell.
Yeah.
But I don't know how Mac's going to perform because that defense is really, really there to take away Mac's strengths. And Bill will form a game plan. He's faced Todd Bowles before. But the personnel to go with the scheme, that's scary. Yeah. It's scary to go up against the scheme itself. But the players to actually execute it and do it at an elite level, that is scary.
Yeah.
How do you think Mac's going to perform in that game?
Look, I'm just saying if he plays well, offensive rookie of the year, all right? No, but like you said, you have Tampa 2, going to take away a lot of the short, a lot of the flat, a lot of the checkdowns. We're going to really see how Mac is going to handle. Look, he's going to handle it. He's going to have adversity. I think he's going to handle it well. But this is going to be his first true test. Don't get me wrong, Miami is going to be a challenge.
Oh, Miami for sure is a challenge.
They're
especially
with
Brian Flores.
Who are first 4 games? I know it's Miami.
I forget week 2 and 3. I know it's Miami. I forget week 2 and 3 at the moment.
This is going to be his first real challenge.
Let's be real. Every game in the NFL is important. There is no denying. I'm telling you, I think this Patriots versus Tampa game, this is going to be one of the most highly anticipated games in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, too.
I agree.
And it's obviously because
I have the first
Brady.
4 games.
Okay, what is it?
So it's we play Dolphins first, challenge. Jets, this is Max going to throw 300 yards.
The Jets can't draft, period.
The Jets can't draft, period. I do like Zach Wilson, though, and I agree with what they did.
Yeah, Zach Wilson can't play defense.
That's very true. Then we have New Orleans.
That's a challenge.
Yeah,
that for sure is a challenge.
I think that's
they just got Bradley Roby
very
today,
winnable
too.
game.
So they
very
just got,
winnable game.
So here's the thing: Desmond Trufant is
Jameis will
prone.
throw many interceptions. We'll be
Desmond Trufant is injury prone. Okay, but when he's healthy, he's a borderline number 1 corner. They just picked him up last week.
Yeah.
That's scary. And they drafted for Bradley Roby, somebody who was a first round pick in 2014, I believe, or 2015, one of the two. and obviously he hasn't lived up to the superstar status, but he is a solid, dependable cornerback.
Yeah.
That secondary, along with Malcolm Jenkins and Marcus Williams, and they have another guy too. I think it's P.J. Williams or someone else too. Or Ken Crawley, I think his name is. He's a good pit bull dog at the corner too.
Yeah.
They got Demario Davis, Cameron Jordan.
It's a
they
good
got
defense.
Trey Hendrickson left, and Davenport's there. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a big challenge too. But
Here, really quick, while we're in the last 5 minutes of the show, let's go through these games and like we'll see how we're gonna end up at 12 wins. We will predict it, right?
Yeah.
All right, Miami. Do we want to say that's a win? Do we want to go that far?
no.
No, you don't
No.
think Miami's a win?
No.
Okay, so all right, we'll go 0-1. Jets.
Yes.
Win.
Yes.
Jets. New Orleans.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take New Orleans. Tampa Bay.
Loss.
We'll say that's lost. 2-2. Right. Texans.
Win.
Cowboys.
No, Tyrod Taylor's gonna go off.
Cowboys. Awful
Win.
defense. Win. And also Mike McCarthy is a garbage coach compared to he's about to be out
I
of
was
a job
completely
soon.
wrong about Mike McCarthy too. By the way, I was
Yeah.
excited for that hire, but I was wrong.
Jets again. Win.
Wrong.
What,
Yeah, win.
what are we at? 5?
5-2.
5-2. Chargers.
Win.
I still think it's a bad defense. Win. Panthers.
Win.
I think that's a win. Cleveland. I think
Loss.
that's a
That's a
toss up.
loss.
All right,
That's a
we'll say
loss.
that's a loss. Falcons.
Loss.
What's the Falcons?
Yep.
All right, I'll
This
disagree with you. But
This is gonna be one of those games where he looks like a rookie. That's
Okay.
gonna be a bad
okay.
game.
Titans.
Loss.
Real? Okay, so we're at what? 5-3? 5-4?
3, I think.
5-3.
Okay,
Okay.
I said loss to the Browns, the Falcons, and then Titans. So 4.
So,
5-4. Sorry.
5-4. All right, Bills.
Win.
Really over
Win.
Buffalo? Okay. All right, Colts.
Loss.
All right, Bills again.
Win.
We're just sweeping Buffalo. Jaguars win.
Win.
And Miami to close out the season win.
Loss.
Oh my god, to Miami.
Is it in Miami or in Foxborough? Week 17 or week 18, whatever.
I'm gonna have to check that.
Well, it says it right next to the thing, right?
Oh, it does? Oh, Jesus, I went to the wrong thing.
No,
it just...
the top team is the home team.
Okay, so it's home.
So that's a loss because I don't know
At
what it is.
home,
I don't
we're
know,
at
I don't know,
home
I
versus-
don't, I don't know what it is
The
about
last
the last game of the season. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know
We
exactly
threw
what
the
you're talking
touchdown
about.
pass to a Landon Roberts
Yeah.
that game there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the last game of the season, but Bill's just like, yeah, I'm not showing anything.
Yeah.
He's just like,
I'm showing nothing.
We are going to run the most vanilla offense.
So
in
we
the
have to
most-
play in the wild
Yeah,
card.
we're gonna run zone, like very soft zone. And, yeah.
Ridiculous.
So, but yeah, I really do think
That's not like 12 wins though.
well, whatever. I don't know. Was that really 17 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh damn, well, I don't know.
Hey, look, it's a tough. I disagree with some of the ones you said here, though. I think Texans, Cowboys are a win, the Jets are a win, the Chargers are a win, Panthers are a win. I think we're gonna beat the Browns as good as I think the Browns are gonna be this year.
You think so?
There's toss-up games, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a couple of games that we can argue are toss-ups. Like the first Miami game, toss-up. The New Orleans game, toss-up. The Browns game, toss-up. You said the Falcons win that game. I disagree there. The Titans one, I think, is also a toss-up. I don't think we go 2-0 versus Buffalo, and I think that the Colts should be a good team too. But overall, like, this is a solid, 8 wins we just said?
Yeah.
We're like,
and I know I said like 11-6 and 12 or 12-5, but stuff. I'm not very good with records. I can't really predict records very well. That's not really
No, I
my
get what you
thing.
mean.
Kinda
There's
just,
like toss-up game. Like, look,
Yeah.
let's say they beat. Okay, they lose once to Buffalo. They beat the Browns. They beat the Chargers. We go on a little win streak. That's 11 wins right there.
Yeah, it very well could happen, and please, I hope they go 17-0. I really hope they do. But it's just, I'm telling you, there are just going to be games where Mac Jones looks like a rookie.
For sure.
I'm telling you, and,
Yeah.
and against such well-rounded teams like Cleveland, because, I mean, they picked Greg Newsome in the first round, Cleveland did. Another good corner to go along with Greedy Williams and Denzel Ward. That's a lethal secondary.
Yeah.
They signed John Johnson, too. That's lethal. Okay,
I'm very excited for the NFL this year.
Yeah.
There's so much parity, right? Like, we know teams are going to be good, but it's like, will the Bucks repeat? It's Aaron Rodgers' last, stint in Green Bay.
Yeah.
We think we have all these rookie quarterbacks that, when are they going to play? A lot of the, three of the 5 of the ones in the first round are going to play?
It's nuts. I can't.
It's a very exciting
And you
season.
know what?
We got Ramondre Stevenson.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna leave you with something, and we only have a minute left. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave you with this, and you're not gonna have time to react because I'm an asshole.
I hate when you do this.
We have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl with Mac Jones than we did with Cam Newton.
See, that's not that. I agree with that.
Oh, you didn't think so?
No.
Okay, I'll take this stuff, but no, I'm just joking.
No, and I will say, the final close thing, the only reason I didn't want us to start Mac right away is because Like, I don't want him to fail. Like, I really like
listen,
Mac. But if Bill sees something in him,
there are some franchises that demand greatness and will not accept an 8-8 season consistently.
Bill
That's
Belichick's
us.
one of the coaches.
That's us. That's
Yeah.
us. We do not accept failure,
Absolutely
and
not.
failure to us is 500.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's not gonna happen. We didn't sign all these guys for nothing. I'm telling you that much.
Yep. As we're closing out the episode here, once again, I want to say thank you to everyone who's sticking with us, everyone that's listening, watching. Again, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok now. Yeah, go follow us and all that at Conti and Nick. And as always, John
Bro!
Peace.